My name's Richard Batty and I've a photography business called River Studio, which has been in existence now for 25 years. Always been based in Birmingham, and I shoot here in the city in my studio and nationally and also internationally. I got into photography. I was at Art College in Wakefield, 1982 to 83. I was doing sculpture, creative writing, painting, drawing, but photography was the thing that really caught my eye. I was making big sculptures, but couldn't put them anywhere, so I'd photograph them, and the photography became the end piece. And by doing all these pictures, photography had caught my interest, and decided to pursue that further, and then went on to do a degree in visual communications, but majoring in photography. I can be shooting in a hospital one day, a school the next day, a pop star the next day. I photograph royalty, I photograph U2. It goes on and on and on. It's a really long, diverse list over the years. Started off in more advertising and commercial work, and in the last 5, 6, 7 years it's gone a bit more into the creative and performing arts sector. I was going to finish shooting about midnight, and these shots had got to be in London, processed at something like 7 o'clock in the morning. So what we did is we paid a lab to stay open, dropped about 30 rolls of film in there. They all got processed. The client literally sat in the lab, and as each roll came off, they were editing them in the back office of the lab, and then they did their edit from the shoot, and then drove 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, drove straight to London with the shots. It was the only way we could do it. The toughest one ever we did, and the pressure on me as a photographer was a nightmare, because I was doing a conference, and basically all these regional sales managers were coming to this national conference, and about 12 of them had won an award, but nobody knew. It was all kept top secret. But as they announced them, they wanted to put a picture up on screen. So this was my brief. I would get, as people walked in for coffee and registration, they'd go, "That's John over there." I'd have to go and shoot on E6 transparency film, go and get some shots of him, hopefully looking at camera. We had a motorbike on standby, and once I'd got all these 12 people, the bike rushed back into Birmingham from the NEC, straight to a lab, processed it, back out, and then they were fed into the back projection thing at the conference. The regional stage manager of the year is John Smith. Bing, picture comes up of him an hour and a half earlier as he arrived at the conference. Historically, I came into the industry shooting on Hasselblads, 6.7 Mamiya's, 5.4, 10.8, shooting transparency film, and then digital photography came along, and I had to obviously embrace it. And digital's great because it's instant and you can see it, and the client can see it straight away. You shoot what the client needs at the end of the day, and if a personal project meant film would be the best option, I'd go that route. But I still try to shoot as I would have shot on film, in the respect of getting the lighting right, getting the exposure right, so that I don't have to do lots and lots of post-production work. I get quite evangelical about this, talking to students who don't shoot properly and then have to correct everything in post because they haven't done it right in the first place. The next immediate thing I want to do is get my third exhibition, which is I've photographed, get that out there. But I'm doing some research and development with Birmingham University at the moment to look into touring it as a digital exhibition, which is quite exciting because we're using the new technology that they're developing there with touchscreen tables that the Library of Birmingham and the new Staffordshire Hoard has just launched. The university did all the R&D for this touchscreen stuff, so I'm looking at touring a show in a digital format, which is quite exciting, and we're talking to venues about that at the moment. I'll always keep my commercial and advertising practice going, but try and have my personal work running alongside it as well. And I just love the way when they cross over. For me, that's the most satisfying part of my job. So my last exhibition, which was Still Dancing, caught the eye of the Royal Ballet, and then I started getting commissions and work for them. So if I can do personal projects that then lead to commission work and they sort of feed off each other, I'd love to just do more of that in the future.